Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. In this video I'm going to cover the patch 12.2 which was just released about half a day ago. I'm going to go through all the new guns, the new quest, all the little cheeky perk things they've hidden inside that we don't all know about yet, and just discuss a lot of the other changes that have happened. So guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So first up, there was a bucket load of guns, 6 new guns added to Escape from Tarkov. Well, technically 5 with one that's got a variant, and there's a gun for everyone pretty much that was added. So we'll start off with the VPO 215. Now this is a 3.66 caliber. It's the same as the VPO. Was it 309 209? It's not a very effective gun for dropping players, but it is definitely going to be a nice little meme rifle. I'm going to take all these into the hideout for you as well. You should be able to see some imagery maybe happening as I'm talking, but this one is one of the ones that I would put in the meme category, but it's definitely should be a bit of fun. If you, let's be honest, if a scav's shooting at you with that, then that's probably a good thing. It means you'll survive another raid, or at least from that scav. Moving on to the next one, the T5000. Now this one is a 308 sniper. It's going to be one of those guns that, while sniping at the moment is not in a really amazing spot at the moment, they're definitely beefing up some of the opportunities where you will be able to snipe people. Now, I'm going to go over the new ammunition soon, but with this, you're not going to have such a bad day because you will be able to use, say, M80 and be able to one-tap most people on the armor, or if you use an M62 or M61, go for those headshots, or any of the new rounds, we'll go over that as well, so you'll have the options there. There are some modifications for it, and it's just a really cool looking gun. I'm excited to use it. I do at the moment have the new Pillad sight from Jaeger level 2. This one's only 14,000 rubles, and it's a pretty cool sight. It's pretty clear, and yeah, I think for 14,000 rubles, it's nothing to complain about as a long range sight. Or I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 4 times. About a 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going with 4 times. Yep, 4 times. It's a 4 times sight that you can have an option with. So sweet diggity with that. So moving over to some of the newer guns as well, we have over here the MP9N and the MP9. Now these two are identical besides one thing pretty much, which is the fact that they shoot at 900 RPM compared to 1100 RPM. Now the MP9, this is the flat MP9, you can buy this from traders, whereas the MP9N you need to find in raid. So there's your comparison there. Besides that though, they're pretty much exactly the same. They use a 9x19 caliber, so it's the same as your MP5 or off the top of my head, PP19. The downside to this gun is the 30 round mag. I use this at start to true some of the killer kills, and the 30 round mag, whilst it does shoot it off pretty quickly, the downside is you'll get through the mag and then be out of ammunition. So if you don't actually get your shots on target straight away, you're going to be in the hurt locker because you have to do a quick reload. Is it going to be a substitute for something like an MP5? Probably not. It's a bit of a more of a meme gun. Someone did bring up in my chat today that it might be not a bad idea to be able to even include this, say, in maybe a pistol slot. I'm not really sure where I sit with that idea at the moment, though. The thing is, though, you could use like a Glock 18C, and you'd have 50 rounds at a 1200 RPM. So with you're getting the point. It's definitely going to be a fun gun to use. It's not going to be the most effective to dropping players, but yeah, it's definitely up there. It's going to be something fun to use. Moving over to the new MDR. Now, this is pretty much identical to the other MDR, except for it's a 7.62 variant. And the ability, or the advantage of this is it will drop people super quick. I've been using it with the M80 ammo. You can use any of the new ones or the M61, 62. And the best part about it is you don't even need to put 4 rip on it. It's already accurate. You can chuck on a suppressor if you like, but there's no requirement for that. And personally, I think it's one of those guns that you just, you're going to be like, I can't be bothered modding a gun. I'll go grab an MDR. Downside, as there always is one, 20 round mags does mean it's going to go through ammo pretty quickly. It is a 650 RPM and compared to an SA58 that's at 700. You've got the options there if you don't have to mod out an SA58 and you're happy with the 20 round mags. You can grab yourself an MDR and then you can go straight into it. The sight on top of it is a new sight. This is it's technically like a variable sight. You can either use the top reflex sight or the scope. Personally, I found it really difficult to use, but I don't know. I'll probably need more testing on it. As well as, well, it is a 3x9 variable, but also it does have the reflex on top, which is handy. And it's not too expensive. I have to double check. I'll put the price up here somewhere so you guys can know the price of that one. But I'm definitely going to do some more testing with this sight and see how I go with it and what I feel. Moving down to the next one, the SR25. Now, this one is pretty much a semi-automatic MDR comparison, really, or SA58. It's like kind of like, you know, it's instead of having the full auto option, it's a semi-automatic option. Can be very accurate when shooting it. Downside is 20 round mag. It costs a fair bit to mod out, but if you do want to just take it in pretty stock, it is fairly accurate. But new guns are always fun, and I know a lot of people have been asking for guns like an SR25. So we're getting a lot more big calibers, if you can't tell. So pretty happy with that. Now, the next one's not a new gun, but is the SVDS modded out. Now, I've pretty much pimped this out to where I would say is, you know, not as good as it's going to get, but it's up there. You've got a suppressor on it. You've got a foregrip. You can have the reflex mount with the canted sight reflex mount. And this ADS is really quickly, and it's super accurate. You chuck a laser on this too. No complaints here. It's definitely going to be one of the fun guns to use. So anyway, I'm going to jump into the hideout now, and I'm going to shoot some of these bullets off, but so you guys can see. They'll be already played by now, I'm sure. Now, moving down here, we have the new armor, new rig, new backpack, and the visual change to the Killa helmet. This 6B2 armor is sold from Ragman level 2. It has 80 durability, and it's an armor class 2. I pretty much call it the double packer, because there's pretty much two packers on top of each other. So, nothing really overly amazing about it. It's not really going to save you from much, but it is. It's an option. It's fairly cheap. I think it's about 30,000 rubles. So, the advantage of it is it does cover the stomach. So instead of the packer only covering the thorax, you got the stomach protection. It's going to stop pretty much pistol bullets and shotguns, but that's about it. Now the new rig, the MPPV, it's a pretty fairly sizable rig, and it will work well as extra storage in your backpack if you want to do it. But the only downside to this one is it doesn't have like a Foursquare, like a TV rig or BlackRock. I actually really depend on these kind of Foursquares now with a lot of looting. So whilst it's an option, I don't know how much I'll be using it. It'll probably come down to, you know, if I loot them, I'll probably use them. It is bigger than your Commando rig, so it does give you the option for the extra space there. But, you know, if you're going for those bigger ones, I'd probably still lean towards a BlackRock rig. Now for the new backpack, it is a very big backpack. It's got an extra row on the blackjack. There is a massive downside to this. Now, it's not patched yet that I know of, but at the moment, its negative 45 speed penalty doesn't apply. It's not working. So it is a bug, but for the moment, you can enjoy this backpack for as much as you like. But soon, that speed penalty is going to be quite brutal, and you probably won't want to use it as much. It does trade for 2 military cables, which aren't too expensive. They've been bouncing around a lot in price at the moment. When the patch first hit, they were sitting around the 150k mark. They're around the 50k mark now. Who knows where it's going to be in like 2 days' time? Could go anywhere. I think this one will probably not be used very much for solo players, but definitely more for squads. For the people that, like, you know, want to loot everything in the map. But that speed penalty, it only applies to when you're walking, not sprinting, but it will be quite annoying for that. With the tank helmet, this new helmet has 100 durability, but is an armor class 1. It protects your ears, nape, and top, and it is useless. Honestly, it won't stop anything. I want to try and test it with the shittest pen ammo in the game and see if it stops anything, but I don't think it will, so we'll see how we go with that. And over to the Killa helmet, nothing major changed here. Except for the fact that it looks different. I just thought I'd put that in there so you guys could see that it's slightly different looks. Now, moving over to Ragman for the new clothing. Now, I obviously can't show you the new clothing on the bears, but you've got the new USEC PCS multicam on this side, and then you've got the tier 2 pants here. Now, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure there's one other one that's new. I can't remember which one it is, so forgive me. It's one of these. None of those. So it must be... No, maybe it is just that one. I'm pretty sure these are all the same. Anyway. This one's new. This one's probably new. Alright? And then on this side, you've got the Attic tracksuit. Now this jacket, this Adidas jacket, costs 4 million rubles to unlock. You need loyalty level 3. and level 48. But that's not the kicker. That's not the killer part of it. The killer part of it is you need to go to Ragman. You need to unlock the task, which I think is around level 35 to 40. Might be level 40. Somewhere around there. I haven't got confirmation yet. You need to kill Killa 100 times. Now, I'm going to take a moment to talk about this. I might end up talking about it in a large amount of detail. So if it's long-winded, I apologize. Now, I ran this a lot today. I ran interchange 60 times, and I saw him a total of 17 times. Now, that works out to about 28% spawn rate. Now, I spoke to the wiki guys, and they've confirmed it's definitely at a 35% spawn chance for Killa to spawn. I did a full lap every time I went into the map to make sure he was there, or he wasn't there. And it was quite painful to try and get this done. I had a period where I went 3 hours and found him 3 times, and twice he insta-tapped me. It happens. Now, so if you work that out, I worked it out. If you were able to get it down to a 10-minute run, it was an 8-minute run. So at 35% spawn chance, and you killed him every single time he spawned because you were the first there, and you killed him every time, and you never died to him, and you did it for the 100 times. It would take you around 280 raids at 8 minutes. So it takes around 37 hours. And that's quite a long time. Now, not everyone's going to be able to kill him every time and be there first and, all that good stuff. So we'll drop that down to 50%, which means it's probably going to take around 76 hours to be able to get this quest done. Now, everyone's going to be different on how they get this done. And I understand that there's grindy quests are good. And I'm not... Like for people like myself who have all day, like I could do 76 hours in a week if I really wanted to, like streaming. It's a lot, but I could do it, and I could get this done in a week. And if I was a lot more successful than today, it'd be done a lot quicker. But the point I want to try to make is with the wipes and all that, it's going to be quite painful. Obviously, I was rushing there straight away. Now, if 4 people were doing that every raid, rushing straight to Killa, that's also going to reduce the chances as well. If you join the same raid as someone else who's rushing it, that's reduced there. I'm not really sure how many people are going to get this done. And at the same time, I don't really think it's a bad thing that not many people get it done. But I'm just not sure where I sit with this yet. I like it. I kind of feel like maybe they should have done all four scav bosses at the same time. Like the Sturman and Gluhar and Killa and Reshala all at the same time. And have 4 quests all hit at the same time. So you don't just have... every single person going to the same map. But I do like the fact that grinding quests like that are going to be in the game, and maybe have it mixed out. So Reshala might have it that you can get a scar on your face, or I don't know, Sturman might have a different item, and Gluhar same. I'm just putting that out there. I feel like it's good. Probably needs some tweaks. Moving on. Now, a very small change that will be quite annoying to a lot of you people out there that might not have. You might just get, out of a raid and you go, all right, I'm going to quickly repair. Now, the unequip button and the repair button have switched. I know it's such a minor change, but the amount of times I've unequipped my armor today has been quite annoying. It's just been like, all right, quickly repair, and it's like, oh, shit. And I've done that heaps, so just something you might want to take note of. It's a very small change, but it's definitely up there. As I'm going to go into the hideout now, whilst I'm heading over there, I just wanted to say also that the green smoke on the shoreline extract at the rock passage is now... working again. So you can actually see the extract being opened. So that's sweet. Now we're going to move into the hideout. I'm going to show you what the Christmas tree is. Now the Christmas tree was required 5 of one type of bauble and then 10 of the other 2. I think it was 5 of the purples and 10 of the white and reds. What it does is it actually lets you, so you can have Christmas lights throughout your whole hideout. So when you jump into your hideout, you can see all the Christmas lights going. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent change. It does say here, decoration of your harsh hideout with garlands and Christmas tree. Let your home be more comfortable and festive at this difficult time for Tarkov. So, I think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be pretty cool if you could get, random Christmas presents underneath the tree or something. And if this was out, a week earlier. But, still think it's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on with my green screen. I apologize for that. Keep on lighting. And the one last thing I want to show you about the hideout is if you press I now, you actually remove all the icons or put them back. So you can switch icons on and off. Pretty cool, I think. Just a simple quality of life thing, or as you're doing some filming and you want to film around your hideout for a video or something, you can now turn all those icons off. So that's pretty sweet. All right, and the next thing I want to point out, the last thing, will be the ammunition. Now with the ammunition, there were mostly ammos added to the main 2 calibers, being the 7.62. By 54 and also the 762 by 51. And now, obviously, there was the MDR added, the SR25, there was the T5000. So that's why the majority of these ammunitions have been added, in my opinion, my assumption, I guess. Now, really, there's two variables they're always looking at: penetration or the damage. Now, for me personally, I'm either going for the highest pen, and then I'm going for either headshots or torso, or I'm going for damage, I'm going for legs. So, taking that in note, with the new ammunition being added, for the 762 by 51 over here, and by the way, this is available, you can either go to my channel, type !ammo at any time on Twitch, !ammo, and it's always there. This is updated by the Wikipedia guys, and so it's always the spreadsheet that I recommend, purely for the fact that this was updated within like an hour of the patch heading today. No Food After Midnight does a really amazing spreadsheet with lots of detail, but he's one person, the wiki guys are a team, and they're very quick at getting their stuff updated. Whereas, No Food After Midnight might be on holidays or something. So, but his spreadsheet, good to go, but might take a little bit longer to update. So that's why I've always got mine as the wiki guys. But anyway, moving back onto here. Now, with the 762 by 51, the highest damage here is the 102 from the Ultra Nozzler, and that's got the 15 pen. And then you look at the highest pen here, and you still got the M61. Now, the other added one was the FMJ, also the SP. I wouldn't even go near the SP ammo. I honestly do not waste your time. The FMJ has very high damage, but not enough pen. You're better off going with the M80 ammo with the 41 pen. So 80 damage is a chest hit, which is how much health a chest has. So you can go for the one tap through the chest. 41 pen will get through most armors. So that's why I usually use M80 ammo, because it's either going to one tap every helmet, like one or two helmets that might be able to survive the shot if it's not a ricochet, or you'll one tap most of the bodies. If you're going for the M62 or the M61, you can't one shot that torso unless it's a critical hit, which it's chances, like, don't quote me on it, but it's around 13-14% chance. It's quite low. You're going to be going for those headshots. So take that note of that. Use it however you want to. Moving over to the 762 by 54R. We've got the new ammunition being the 7BT1, 7N37, the T46M. Now with this one, you've got the T46M does 82 damage with 41 pen. It's pretty much identical to the LPS GZH ammo, but I would personally still use the 7N1, 45 pen, the 86 chest damage. Which will one tap majority of the chest. When you compare it to, say, like the M80 ammo, it's got 4 more pen and slightly more damage. So that's the go-to ammo for me. But if I was to use this and I was going for sweaty, fully geared guys, and I know I'm going to go against sweaty, fully geared guys, I'd probably lean towards the 7N37. Because that pen is just going to go that's a guaranteed one tap to the head, no matter what helmet they're wearing, and it will decimate any armor they've got. So depending on the gun, what you're going to use, saying you're using a SVD, the 7N37 is definitely an ammunition I would consider. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching another video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content. I do stream on Twitch every day of the week, so go down the link below, give me a follow over there. If you got any Tarkov questions, feel free to hit me up on my live stream or down in the comments below. I have a second YouTube channel now with my wife. She does all the editing and puts all the videos up there, covering all the stuff going on in our life. It's a bit more vloggy based. At the moment, we're preparing to go to Europe. We leave for Europe in under 3 weeks, and the most recent video talks about our preparation for Europe. Next week's video is something a lot of people out there might be interested in, which is a day in the life of a full-time content creator. I'm actually going to film from getting up in the morning, everything I do throughout the entire day, from the stream to editing to relax time to everything. You'll see how long I go each day. So hopefully you guys will like that video. I'll put a link down below. If you go over to the channel, give us a sub, like the videos, watch the videos. It really does help us support what we do, and also we're trying to get that second channel monetized. So it would be really nice if you could go do stuff over there. That'd be great. As well as that, if you want to check out the patch notes, they're down in the link below, down the description below. I'll put a link over to the patch notes. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed your time playing the latest patch. It's definitely an interesting one with this new Killa task, and I'm grinding away at the moment to get it done. So, lastly, guys, I'll see you next time. Killa, 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 kill.